questions, questions orales. The honourable member for Regina Capel.
Deny that it exists. The Prime Minister rejects the fact that Canadians are struggling. He said, quote, affordability is the best it's been in a decade, and yesterday he doubled down. But let's take a look at the facts. Rent for a one-bedroom unit has doubled since 2015. The typical Canadian house is up 51%. And in fact, over the last 10 years, housing prices have outpaced incomes in Canada by 29%, the worst drop in affordability in the entire G7. Now that he's had time to learn the facts, is he going to keep telling Canadians that their struggles are all in their imagination?
The Honourable Minister of Jobs and Families.
Mr. Speaker, what we're telling Canadians is that no matter the circumstance, we're going to be there for them. And I just want to take this moment to say to all Canadian students across the country, there are 100,000 new jobs on the job bank. Please apply for Canada Summer Jobs in your own community. That's the kind of action, by the way, Mr. Speaker, that these guys vote against all the time. They vote against kids. They vote against moms. They vote against seniors. They vote against tradespeople. What are they in favour of?
The honourable member for Regina Capel.
They are in favour of lowering taxes and prices and fighting Liberal inflation. That's what Conservatives are all about, Mr. Speaker. But maybe Liberals believe times aren't so bad because their friends around boardroom tables have never had it so good. Lobbyists and consultants are raking it in. Meanwhile, since 2015, visits to food banks in Canada up 77%. Food prices up 42% since 2015. And just this week, the newest data confirms food inflation continues to be the highest in the G7, and overall inflation had the worst one-month jump in over a year. If the Prime Minister still doesn't believe that grocery prices are rising, maybe he could ask the guy who buys his strawberries for him.
The Honourable Secretary of State for Sport.
Mr. Speaker, once again, this anti-intellectual approach to policy on behalf of the Conservative Party is not convincing Canadians. This is coming from a guy, Mr. Speaker, the failed former leader of the Conservative Party, the member from Regina Capel, who claimed to be an insurance broker, and actually the Insurance Board of Canada said, hey, you were never a broker, could you take it back, man? And he had to. He also used Conservative Party funds to put his kids in school or something like that. I'm sorry, the credibility coming from the other side is just not convincing Canadians. We're cutting taxes, we're lowering gas prices, and we are creating a more affordable future for all Canadians.
The honourable member for Edmonton Gateway.
Mr. Speaker, you can't solve a problem if you deny it even exists. And yet the Prime Minister told Canadians that affordability is the best it's been in over a decade. Yesterday, he doubled down, denying the pain Canadians are feeling at the pumps, in their wallets, at the grocery stores. But the fact is, half of Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. After a year of this Liberal Prime Minister, Canadians are paying more but getting less. When will the Prime Minister stop denying reality and deliver real results for Canadians?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, indeed, world events and a number of disruptions around the world have caused prices to increase. The government has been there with a timely reduction in fuel taxes, including on cars, trucks, and airplane flights. The month of June will see the first payment under the groceries and essentials benefit. And that is all on top of 22 million Canadians getting a tax reduction from this government as the first thing we did. Mr. Speaker, we've been there for Canadians on affordability. We know they need it, and we'll continue to do that.
Honourable member for Edmonton Gateway.
Mr. Speaker, the Liberals want you to believe that everything is fine, but Canadians are being crushed by food and fuel costs. After the Prime Minister's rhetoric, a whole year of it with no results, inflation has jumped again. Families are being forced to cut back, stretch every dollar, and in many cases, rely on the food bank. This government could have adopted our plan to bring down the price of groceries or to remove all the taxes on gas for the rest of the year. When will they stop with their illusions and deliver real results?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Financial Institutions.
Mr. Speaker, well, that party's focused on anything but. We're focused on making life more affordable for Canadians from coast to coast to coast. We just launched the groceries and essentials benefit that will put up to $1,400 in the pockets of working family. In fact, Mr. Speaker, last week we paused the federal excise tax on fuel, saving Canadians 10 cents a litre when they fill up. Combine that with the cut in the consumer carbon tax, that is a 28-cent savings per litre that we are offering Canadians. That side can continue with the podcast tour, the bluster, the rhetoric. We're going to focus on making life more.
The honourable member for Charlebourg au Saint-Charles. Mr. Speaker, last month, on March 25th, the Prime Minister said that the cost of living in Canada is at its lowest level in over a decade. The cost of groceries continues to rise. Rent is expensive, and gas prices have reached almost $2 a litre across Quebec. And over the past 5 years, home prices have risen by 27% in Quebec. Young Quebecers can no longer even save up to buy their first home. Do the Prime Minister and the members of this Liberal government really think that the cost of living has been lower over the past 10 years? The Honourable Minister. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. We're very aware of the situation, and this government has adopted a range of measures to help Canadian households who are facing a cost of living crisis. We can talk about the groceries and essentials benefit. It's up to $1,800 per family. And there's also the paused federal excise tax on fuel of 10 cents a litre. And we've also lowered taxes for 22 million Canadians. And this is immediate support for Canadians. And we're not going to stop, such as the CCB, dental care, etc. The honourable member for Charlebourg au Saint-Charles. Mr. Speaker. The fundamental issue is not to know all the various Band-Aids that the government is slapping everywhere to solve issues. It's to know if the Prime Minister believed what he said in March when he said that the cost of living is at its best level in 10 years. Does someone in his government really think this? I really want to be clear on what he said. The Honourable Minister. Mr. Speaker. I find it really surprising to hear the member talk about Band-Aids when we have said that the CCB is sending $82 million a year to 13,000 constituents in his riding. And we're talking about several thousand members in his riding that go to see a dentist now under our care program. So he's completely disconnected from the reality of Canadians. We are offering structural support to Canadians that they need.